So one of my friends asked me what was the weirdest conversation I had with my spirit guide. And I think she was looking for like a deep, philosophical, meaningful answer. So I sat for a second and I was like, hemorrhoids. And she was like, what the duck? And I was like, well, we talk about a lot of stuff. We hang out, whatever's happening. And she was like, well, why would you talk about hemorrhoids? And I was like, well, it all kind of started with the kids. When you have children, part of the process of pushing them out of your body creates extreme stress on all of your lower parts. It's a medical fact. I promise you. We shouldn't be embarrassed by this, but I kind of am. But it happens. And I told her, I was like, man, being in a human body is just this really gross, disgusting thing. Because I guess they say that if you're connected to the other side and you remember, like most mediums eventually do, at some point or another, you realize that you were a soul and not a body, your spirit. Now your spirit, anybody that pees and poops and eats and burps and farts and sweats and does all these other really super weird, pretty gross kind of things. And it's weird, basically. And she was like, that's the weirdest conversation you've had with your spirit guide is about hemorrhoids. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I was like, we talk about weird stuff, but that's probably the weirdest. She was like, what about aliens? I'm like, yeah, but that's not weird to me. She's like, what about like werewolves and vampires and stuff? I'm like, dude, I lived through Twilight. I saw most of the movies at matinees. Again, you're gonna have to do better than that to be on the weird scale with me. And she just kind of was like, I give up, because to talented people, there are a lot of things that aren't weird to us. Talking to dead people, it's normal. Seeing people's auras, that's normal. Knowing when people lie to us, that's super useful. So yeah, I think she was looking for something deep and meaningful, and my answer was hemorrhoids. So, in case you're ever wondering, that's the weirdest conversation I've ever had. What about you? What is the weirdest conversation that you have ever had with your spirit guide or your angels or whoever you're in touch with? I'd love to know. It has to be better than hemorrhoids. I love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.